Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Snafu Radio, 1943 kilohertz on the AM dial. I am your host, Ball Turret Gunner. Today's topic is the Nextdoor app. If you haven't heard about it, then good, would be my response. There are other apps out there, but in this one in particular that I was going to utilize for a purpose, which it just turned out not to be anything. Nextdoor app. It's an app that is the website, that is designed for neighborhoods, communities, to communicate. Which I think that's in a way that's pretty cool. I mean, that's good that it identifies based on your internet connection. You put your address in, and then it identifies, your general area to make sure that you're actually in, like that neighborhood, community area, which is okay because you wouldn't want somebody, from Colorado, right, posting things and comments about stuff, that here in Denton that just has no application, no practicality, right? So you verify your location. And yes, I do think that it can be a good tool to utilize, whether you're just a homeowner or you're actually a business owner, to help promote, solicit your services, your business, post warnings for stuff. There's lots of comments, about, some accidents and the internet being down and, just people just posting questions about things. It's like, does anybody know what they're building by such and, such, at this intersection or, okay, that's cool. I mean, that's cool. But there are so many insecure people out there posting most of what their post is so just insecure and so irrelevant to the content that I think that they should be posting. And there's all kinds of scam, posts out there. It's like, I'm sure you all have encountered, wherever that you are, here, Denton, we've got, 35 corridor, right? So we got a lot of, transients, that have decided to make, Denton and, the other communities, their homestead. And then it's just kind of like everything was going well. This was good. Oh, probably a good 16, maybe 16 years ish, somewhere in that neighborhood. Never had a problem. And actually, the Schlitty of Denton posted an ordinance, that you are not able to solicit. You can't stand on the street corners or, on the islands, medians, with signs, I need help, I lost my job, I'm homeless, whatever, because that became cumbersome. That became a problem for traffic because people will stop, sit there and, they're fumbling, for some change or $1 or whatever, to give the person, and they're holding up traffic. Okay. So, there is a safety concern and application, for not allowing that. Okay. So I'm not saying that we shouldn't help, the homeless, help wherever that you see fit, but this Nextdoor app, there's a lot of scams out there, and it's a lot of this, bleeding heart, me, my poor feelings, type, postings. People are posting stuff out there about, oh, well, I got, starts off, where typically that they're unemployed or they lost their job, or, it's the same crap that the people hit you up, in Walmart, Lowe's, and other parking lots, where they come up to you and they say, hey, could you help me out? Said, I brought my grandma, from Gainesville, which is, good 36-ish miles, I think it is, north of Denton here, to the hospital, for her scan, her X-ray, her surgery, whatever that they want to use for, the purpose. And now I don't have enough, fuel to get her back to Gainesville, or my car broke down or something. Do you have enough? Could you have spare a few dollars? And then you confront them and you start asking them questions, and they immediately just shut down, or typically they walk off. because they know you're on to them, right? But if you want to know what's going on in your community and the mentality of people, your neighbors and other surrounding areas, in your neighborhood and your town, then create an account, and sign up, for the Nextdoor app, and monitor the postings what people are actually posting. It's the most ludicrous and insane topics. There are other things in this world that are more important than you getting scammed. I mean, if you haven't learned by now on how to identify a scammer and not to give your credit card information out, not to give, that person, money up front. I mean, if you're wanting to try to have, some type of home repair done or whatever, and okay, like I said, it's a useful app for people that are handymen, right? That's what they do, is they go and they help people repair things or lay some pavers for them, whatever. That's how they make their income. I think that's good, because it's a good resource for me to reach out and find somebody local that hey, that wants to do that kind of labor. Okay, good. But most of the comments is it's like I got scammed. This person came and we talked about the repair, whatever, and said that they needed money to go buy parts and supplies, and so I gave them $500, and I haven't seen them since. Really? Okay. Say, well, here's the deal. Say you do an estimate of what you think the repair work's going to be. You tell me what the estimate is going to be, and say, okay, what these types of pavers you want, this need boards, for framing, for forms, and so many bags of concrete, and going to be about this amount. Okay, cool. Go get it. Come back. Give me the receipt, and then I'll pay you for that plus your labor. I mean, where are people? Why are people just so ignorant? Really, I mean, they're so just gullible anymore. But okay, well, if you want to get a really good picture of your community and the people that are in your community and what's going on in your community, there's all kinds of postings that people are putting out there that somebody came by, and tried to kick my door in. And most of the postings, are talking about, youth or young, kind of teens, they say they try to kick my door in. Wow, dude. So, and then you have to read the other comments, that people reply back to. Well, you call the police, tell the police about it. Well, I don't really have to call or tell anybody. I mean, all I have to do is just let them know that Smith and Wesson is my home defense. That is my home security. Somebody's trying to kick on my door, kick my door in. Guess what? There's rounds that are going to be coming from the inside. So I mean, that's just common sense. I mean, that's defending my property and defending my family. But these people say, call police, call 911. You need to, you do need to report it at the same time. But I'm calling for cleanup crew, right? That's what I'm doing. I'm calling for the washdown truck, because that's where we have lost. We have lost all aspects of individualism. As us as owning property, we paid for it, we worked for it. To have a nice house, to have a nice truck, to protect our families. And then some thug comes along, and is trying to kick your door in because it's some kind of teen kick that they think it's a good idea to go around and try to kick people's door in. Okay. So if you want to find out what's going on in your neighborhood, check out the Nextdoor app. Like I said, there are a couple others out there, but this one in particular, it's mind blowing just on the ignorance, of people, really. So check it out. That's all I've got for this episode. So thanks for tuning in. Share your comments below, And this is your host, Ball Turret Gunner. You're listening to Snafu Radio, 1943 kilohertz on the AM dial, and I will catch you on the next ICT.